and happy, oh my God, I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Monday? No, Tuesday. I've done Pilates and yoga, so it's Tuesday today. Happy Tuesday to everybody. I thought I would do a little video for you just to give you some tips on creating space for your exercise and for your practice. And this doesn't matter whether it's Pilates or yoga or Pyo or whatever. It doesn't matter whether you're doing the HIIT lessons, like some of the more cardio based. You need to make space for yourself at home. My husband's behind. I'm going to throw this camera in a minute. So if you think in terms of, okay, so maybe you've got a spare bedroom. You're not going to be having any visitors coming around in the next 3 months or however we are in this lockdown. So can you turn the bed up on its side and move it out of the way? So can you make that your space? So perhaps, I'm just thinking of like our beds. We've got little bedside tables there. Can you move the bedside table so that you can shift the bed out of the way? Can you lift the bed and put it up against another wall or something like that? Because the worst thing is when you want to exercise and then think, oh, I've got to get all my mats out and all this, and I can't be bothered, so I'm not going to do it. If you create that space, it will be more encouraging, more welcoming for you to go and get on your mat and do a little bit of exercise. If you've got if you're doing your exercise in a living room, could you move the couches and just for, it's only for 3 months, could you just like shift the couch forward, so maybe behind the couch you have a tiny little studio for yourself, a little space that you can keep it as set up, and add some candles, add some nice little flowers around, perhaps a diffuser or something like that. So really try and make it a very warm and welcoming spot for you. I know if the space is limited, then you might need to just like, can you rearrange stuff? So a short-term basis, it's for 2 months, 3 months. We don't know how long we're going to be in this, but what I find is it's going to help your mental health a lot more, knowing that you have a dedicated spot for yourself. Like I said, if you're anything like me, just the thought of having to go and get my mat out and do this and do that, I'm like, oh, I can't be asked. And you want your exercise to be as easy as possible over the coming months, because that is your studio now. So as much as we all want to be in the studio having exercise and being with each other, it's not possible, and we just need to acknowledge and accept that. But can we create a little studio, a small little space at home for ourselves? And then it will make your exercising a lot easier. And especially for those that are joining us for the virtual classes, during the day when we haven't got a class on, get your tablet out, get your laptop, whatever it is, just get the camera and look where your camera is pointing so that we can see your mat. Ideally a mat lying that way across rather than that way is helpful, so that we can still give you cueing and all that kind of stuff. So what I've done in the past is I've just put a load of books, because we just need to see your camera just needs to see you. So it might be that you can just put something on the side of the camera to stop it falling forward if you need your camera to be at that kind of angle. So just I've grabbed books, I've stuck my phone in plant pots before, trying to keep it stood up, or stack books around it. Or maybe you can put like is it putty you call it, stick the putty onto something just to keep the phone in position there. So all these little things will make the process of getting onto your virtual classes easier. Thanks. It will make it will what you're talking to me. It will make because your brain is going to, especially, it's still early days, we're only 2 days, but can you imagine 3 weeks, 4 months when you're going insane? And laziness breeds laziness, and I know, because I'm a very lazy person.
Yeah.
So you want something that is going to be easy. So the easier you make it to get onto your mat and do exercise, the more likely you are to do it. Okay, so those are just some tips for you. Find space and create space. Get the beds moved, shift them up and down, move your couches around a little bit in the house, turn them around. Perhaps if it's a dining room, can you move the table on its side? And then, like I said, you're not getting any visitors, so you might as well use the space. Could you put a dining room table on top of the spare bed for the coming months? And the chairs, shove them so that you can have the dining room. I know initially it's going to be, oh, I've got to carry all that stuff around. But if you can make it your little place with some nice plants and some candles and stuff, I promise you, your experience of the classes will be much better. Okay? Like I said, and get your cameras out, your iPads, your tablets, and play with the videos so that you know how those toys work. So that is my tips on how to create your own studio. So lots of love. Bye.